Street Beefs, what's up, y'all? Face with you one more time. Late night. I'm probably gonna throw this video up on YouTube as well. What's up, brother? I'm probably gonna throw this video up on YouTube as well, because there's a little bit of clarification that's needed. And for those in the Facebook group that got on me and was like, "Yo, you're not supposed to be back online yet," I told y'all I was gonna take a 3-day to a week break. I took 3 days, and that was tough for me. Okay, I'm kind of hands-on when it comes to running the org. Anyways, so every event, we have a couple fights that go to draws, and invariably there'll be a few people, and it's understandable. It's understandable why people have the question. But I'm going to answer it today, and hopefully I answer it in full to where everybody gets it. People ask, why do you call certain fights a draw? Why do you let certain fights go to a draw or let them be judged a draw? Okay. So those of you, especially in the Facebook group, but we've made videos on YouTube about this as well, know. Number one, as Street Beefs, we are against point fighting. Even the competitive matches, we want treated like beef fights, in the sense that if you're fighting somebody in the streets because you have a beef with them, you ain't gonna give a flying fuck who scored the most points. Nobody cares. Okay? If you and Joe Bob meet up on the street corner and throw hands, afterwards, nobody in their right mind is going to be talking about which one of you scored the most points. Okay? And that's where we want to keep Street Beefs as realistic as possible. We never want guys coming in here fighting for points. Okay? So, and hear me before I go any further, because I'm sure there's going to be people that just grab onto that I said and argue it. So, when we have a fight, where two guys or two girls fight, and at the end of 3 rounds, nobody's really hurt the other man, nobody's really far and away laid a beating on the other man, at that point, we're going to lean toward a draw. In some cases, we have them go 4 rounds. But let me be clear, because somebody else said, well, why is it some fights you'll do a tiebreaker and some you won't? I'll tell you why. Some fights are just a heated 3 rounds, to where it's so heated and so back and forth that you need a 4th one to let one of them separate themselves. Some other fights are just so close and nobody's really, taking total control of the fight, and nobody's really separating themselves, that let them go with a draw. That's how we look at it. That's how I look at it, okay? In those cases where we have 2 people get in the ring and fight, and neither one just blows the other away, and neither one really establishes themselves, I see no reason to A, send them to a 4th round, and B, to declare either one the winner. Because, again, in Street Beefs, I tell our judges very clearly, and my judges can vouch for this, they've been instructed, at the end of a fight, the first question we want you to ask yourself as a judge is, which man would you rather be? Say that again. At the end of the fight, as a judge, you ask yourself which man you would rather be. So that, for y'all, that may make it confusing, but the judges know what I mean. I've talked about this before, okay? You may have one guy racking up some points with some pity-pat punches, and the other guy landing bombs that are doing damage. We're going to lean toward Mr. Bomber that's doing the damage. Because again, this is a street fight in a ring. Now, yes, I get it. There's rules, there's referees, so it's not a street fight. But the point is, when two dudes meet to battle in the street, they're not trying to see who can outpoint each other. Okay? And in my opinion, that's what's made some organized fighting boring. Y'all may remember, some of you old guys like me may remember Jake Shields from old school MMA. Jake was a great fighter, dude. Like he definitely was top tier, but his pay-per-views did not too great. And it was because he was a point fighter. A lot of his decisions were boring. He just eked out point wins and touched his way to victory or grinded his way to victory. And I'm not critiquing Jake Shields. He's greater than I could ever imagine. But I'm just telling you, that's well known that people felt Jake Shields' style was boring. And there's other fighters like that, We don't ever want Street Beefs to become, hey, let me turn this into a game and see if I can touch this guy more than he touches me. No. In the ring, your goal should be to try to finish your opponent, and if not, to try to hurt your opponent more than he hurts you. That's the goal of a fight, not to see if you can touch him more than he can touch you. And if we have a fight where it looks like neither man has really sustained any damage, neither man appeared to really be hurt at any time. Yeah, fighter A may have landed a couple more than fighter B, but overall nobody really, separated themselves. We're going to go with a draw. Okay? And again, we get this all the time. I mean, dude, I've had fights where draws where both fighters inbox me later. Dude, I won that fight. And then his opponent 3 minutes later, dude, I won that fight. And that's the point. You got two guys or two gals who fight this really close fight where neither one. Here's the first thing. When you have a fight where neither man was severely hurt and neither man was rocked and neither man was close to be finished, most of the time, neither man's going to feel he won. He lost. Okay? Both men are going, hey, he didn't hurt me. He didn't have me close to being finished, so I don't feel I lost. That's how a lot of these fighters think, and I don't disagree with them. I don't disagree. If you get in the ring and you fight 3 to 5 rounds and you're never close to being hurt, never close to being finished, but the guy landed a few more shots than you, I'm not going to call you a loser, okay? Now, on the flip side, if it looks close but you were rocked visibly a couple times, or you were bloodied up a little more, or you sustained more damage, then we're going to lean toward giving your opponent the win. So, hopefully this explains it a little bit. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people that disagree, and that's cool. You guys that watch us, that's your prerogative. You've earned your right to at least disagree with how things are done. So, hey, but I'm just telling you the logic behind why we make the decisions we make. Big event coming up August 1st. We got another 40 to 50 fights coming. Then August the 15th, we have the Cage Boxing Mixer going down. Humongous days upcoming. If you want to sign up, first join the Facebook group. If not, second, hit us up on Instagram. Last but not least, you can email us at craventube@gmail.com. But that's going to be the slowest route to getting a fight. The fastest route is through Facebook or Instagram. Questions, comments, leave them below. See y'all soon. Peace.